Hey there folks, it's Wake Angel 2001, and we're doing the Sonic Boom vlog today. This one was MomBot. Okay, this is a weird one, because as I watched it, it felt like it was going on a long time, because we had a couple of plot threads going on, and both the A and B plot were pretty interesting, but I can't really think of a long-winded way to sum it up. It's a pretty breezy one to do. I mean, there's a lot of jokes in there, but I can't just deliver all of the jokes. I mean, we got some crazy sticksisms, like she claimed that there are no planets, they're just holograms projected by aliens, to which a little girl confronts her like, if there are no planets, where did the aliens come from? And Styx, not having a rebuttal, just does the old eye thing. Yeah, her conspiracy theory is an Ouroboros that just ate its own tail. Like planets don't exist because aliens? Ooh. And then she came up with and then later on in the episode she had more sticksisms with headphones control your mind. They do a whole bunch of things to control your mind, like fluoride in the water, chemtrails, blah blah blah. You know, Styx, you're kind of proven right in too many episodes for you to just start spouting this crap out. Because there's impressionable youths watching, and I'm starting to think your insane Styxisms might get interpreted the wrong way by impressionable youngsters. It's got a bit of impressionable youngster stuff I'm not getting in this episode. Anyway, there's other things like Dr. Eggman created a new invention that could create miniature black holes and make broccoli taste like applesauce. And of course they did a global warming thing. I've done something that no other scientist has ever done. Prove global warming? Like, Cubot. Global warming has been proved. What a scientist would need to accomplish is to get a politician to actually admit to it. Because, you know, now it's my turn to sound like Styx, because there's a whole bunch of corporate interests and government cronies that are too invested in the way things are now. So denying global warming is the easiest way for them to protect their pensions. After all, our planet's environment isn't going to collapse for at least another 30 or 40 years. By that time, the people who run the oil companies would have died of old age, so they'll be fine. Okay. Wow, I just got political again. What is it with this show making me get political? I'm not a political person. I guess I am an openly science-minded person, so I guess this is kind of interesting. Anyway, the episode. Dr. Eggman enters in the science fair. Turns out it was a science fair for little kids, so he was disqualified. And a little girl, a shrew, she appeared in an earlier episode where I said she looked like a drawing of Amy that a little kid would draw when they're like 5. She ended up winning for her solar system model. And of course everybody else got a participation trophy for all the silly things they did. And Eggman, he sees how Mother Walrus is doting on her son who brought a rock in. And oh yeah, we had a comedy chimp joke that she's wearing a dress that's so old it's been in style 3 times. And to which we sit there with no laughter for several seconds. For like, really? Nothing? Alright. Like, hardy har har. You know how fashion goes into a 20-year cycle? Like things that are cool now will be lame, but then 20 years later it'll be cool again. It's been in style 3 times, so it's like a 6-year-old dress. It's a very old dress, is what he's trying to get at. Alright, so everyone gets a participation trophy, and the little shrew girl, she gets to follow around the town's preeminent scientist, Tails. At first, you know what? I'm kind of upset at myself. As I was trying to think, who else is a scientist besides Eggman? I mean, everyone else in this town are complete idiots. And then I remembered, oh yeah, Tails, he's a scientist, isn't he? He's actually more of a mad scientist now than he is anything else. Like, he's supposed to be he started out as a little brother's sidekick thing, then they gave him a mechanical inclination. I mean, even before Sonic Boom, the last proper Sonic Universe game, Sonic Lost World, had him reprogram a supercomputer with a toothpick. And wrapped up in his tail fur. I mean, he is a superpowered genius man. Alright, so I'm doing stuff. Alright, so she follows Tails back to his lab, and he's showing her all kinds of cool things, like how things look under a microscope, and she's all interested. She finds him interesting. He invents a hovering bicycle that when he pedals it, it hovers in the air. Might be a callback to the Adventures of Sonic cartoon, where Tails couldn't find anything for Sonic's birthday, so he built him something from junkyard scrap, which turned out to be a flying bicycle. Of course, it was a bicycle that only Sonic could pedal fast enough to make it fly. Maybe that's why Tails could only keep the hover bike here aloft for a few seconds. Meanwhile, Dr. Eggman, like I said, he saw how Mother Walrus was doting on her son for getting a participation trophy, so he decided to build himself a mother. This is not the first time we've seen Robotnik's mom. I mean, in the Adventures cartoon, he actually did have a biological mother, and he built himself a robot son. So this time, he built himself a robot mom, so they kind of combined two things. So he programmed the mom to be nice and to love him, and they do so much stuff. They have a montage, like he scrapes his knee, and they go out together, and they have fun, and he loves his robot mom, and everything's wonderful. But as then the A and the B plot kind of both have their downturn around the same time, as the little shoe girl is following Tails around, but Eggman attacks the city, the town, to try and impress his robot mom, and everybody fights him off, and Knuckles picks up two giant beetle bots and smashes them over his head. So the little shoe girl gets super impressed at Knuckles' strength, and she starts to follow him around. Because, hey, you can have somebody give you science lectures, or you can see a superhero pound some stuff. And, yes, Knuckles freely admitted that he skips leg day. So when Eggman says that he failed to defeat Sonic, but he tried, she says that he should probably go into air conditioning repair. And he says, "But you're supposed to be proud of me." And like I'd be more proud of you if you were a doctor. I am a doctor. I'm a real doctor. A PhD is the same educational equivalent as an MD. The only difference is that he's not a medical doctor, but, just because you're not medical doesn't mean you're not real. I mean, a non-medical doctor is still a doctor. You're just a doctor of other stuff besides medicine. I mean, it'd be like saying that if you were an engineer who worked on airplanes versus an engineer who worked on cars, you'd be saying that the car engineer is not a real engineer because only engineers who work on airplanes are considered engineers. Yeah, that's... Huh. I went to college, and now I talk about cartoons. I make great life decisions. Okay, so this is where Mombot starts to become like she starts to become like a little stressful. Like she calls Sonic to take to take Dr. Eggman to the movies because he doesn't have any friends. And so Sonic says that it sounds like a trap, but he couldn't say no because she knitted him this beautiful scarf, and maybe the fans will like it more than the scarf that he actually wears. Like, for the record, I never had any problems with your neckerchief, Sonic. I never really considered it a scarf because it's not big enough to be a scarf, but I never had any problems with it. It's fine. It's fine. You're okay as long as you don't wear pants. Oh, this is getting crazy. Alright, so with the little shoe girl is just watching Knuckles smash stuff, and Tails is trying to teach her about science, but Knuckles is just too impressive with his strength. So they try to combine things by teaching her about like velocity and projectiles and stuff by having him hit some coconuts with a baseball bat. The only problem is that Tails gets so distracted with Knuckles firing off those dingers, because remember, Tails is still a kid too, that he and Knuckles just start playing baseball, and the little girl puts on some headphones and starts listening to music because no one's paying attention to her anymore. Also, there's Mombot has Sonic, Amy, and Styx over because Knuckles and Tails are doing the B plot. She has them over for dinner, and Eggman tries to have his robots attack them while they're eating dinner. But I can see your attack bots. You designed me with eyes on the back of my head. This is just like so. And she even knits up a sweater for Styx. I mean, I'm actually impressed that she just said that Styx might be feeling cold and didn't imply that she was dressing trampy with a tube top. I would have been interested in seeing that. So yeah, this all just kind of peters away. Like everybody leaves Eggman's place because the dinner's ruined because Eggman tried to attack, and Styx walks up and sees Knuckles and Tails playing the baseball while the little girls listen to music. That's when she tells her that headphones cause mind control, and she takes the kid off. Now the kid's gonna be mentored by Styx. Like, this kid is very impressionable and has a very short attention span. She just moves from one thing to another, doesn't she? So we end we end the A plot with Dr. Eggman back in his house, deciding to destroy the mom bot because she's cramping his style. And he walks up to her, and as he talks to her, she turns around and talks to him, and he throws the weapon that he was going to use to erase her at Cubot and Orbot, and then he says that he's going to send her on a cruise around the world. He says she's proud of him, she hugs him, and then Eggman looks at the camera and says, "What? They don't know how to end on a joke." So, in the end, Dr. Eggman loved his mom bot too much to destroy her, and instead put her on a worldwide cruise, so. This was a good episode. Nice little character study. I mean, get to see Eggman's invention go wrong without it being too over the top. Like, this was a very... My god, this was a nice episode, wasn't it? Like, this was a super, super nice episode. The only vitriol I had at all were a couple of political jokes, but not even very, very intense political jokes. Just the global warming thing, and there was a little throwaway gag about a mayor burger meal, like being like, who would want some bureaucrat? And the mayor who walks in the background walks away. Like, like this was a very cute little episode. Like, I really can't say anything against it. I mean, it's not like a super spectacular, over-the-top, action-packed episode, but it wasn't a bad episode either. This was a nice episode. You know, maybe we can have some episodes that are just nice. So that's what this episode was. Nice. So, this is Wake Angel 2001. This is probably... If you're seeing this, then you've probably already seen my, my Chaos and Velocitron reviews, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to upload all 5 of those before this one. And I know I didn't really make any other customs last month besides Shiva Shredder, but I'm really close to finishing a Mephiles and that Bayonetta. So I will have customs very soon. And yeah, we're also gonna do the raffle thing for Metal Scourge. Again, I only got 2 participants, but hopefully whatever I can present this month will entice some people to go ahead and take the plunge. So this is Wake Angel 2001 signing off.